Everyone's chasing AI side hustles right now, but most videos just list vague ideas with no receipts. This one's different. We're breaking down 7 ways people are actually using Claude AI to bring in real money, with public examples attached to every single one. No hypotheticals, no trust me bro income claims. By the end, you'll know which of these actually fits your skills, what it realistically pays, and the first concrete step to test it out this week. Idea number 1 is becoming an AI implementation freelancer, basically walking into small businesses and installing Claude-powered systems for them. Think dentists, plumbers, law firms, real estate offices, marketing agencies. Survey after survey shows something like 3 out of 4 business owners know they need AI in their operations this year, but almost none of them know where to even start. That confusion is your entire opportunity. You don't need to be a programmer. You need to be the translator between "I know I need this" and "here's the thing that actually works." The actual playbook looks like this. Pick one industry you already have some connection to. Don't try to serve everyone. Spend a week shadowing how they work. Then build them something simple in Claude. Automated customer replies, proposal templates, intake forms, internal SOPs. Charge somewhere between $5,000 and $30,000 per project, plus a few hundred a month to maintain it. One agency founder in New Zealand started this with zero AI background and has since done over $18 million in revenue. Another person landed a $106,000 contract from a YouTube channel with barely 1,400 subscribers, just by speaking directly to the exact business owner she wanted to reach. Idea 2 is the least flashy, but maybe the most beginner-friendly. Resume and career help. The job market right now is brutal, and most people's resumes are stuck in 2010. You feed Claude someone's old resume plus the job description they're targeting, and it rewrites the resume to actually match what recruiters and applicant tracking systems are looking for. You charge anywhere from $150 up to $1,000, and certain high-paying career niches will pay even more than that. This one has serious receipts. An English teacher with zero business connections started doing this on Fiverr and built it into a 7-figure company, later featured on CNBC. Another person pulled in over $360,000 the same way. The pattern that separates the people making real money from the ones stuck at $50 a resume is specialization. A resume writer just for management consulting, just for IT help desk careers, just for financial controllers. One niche operator made $186,000 in a single month, focusing only on IT help desk resumes. The lesson? Get specific, then bundle in a LinkedIn rewrite or a coaching upsell to stack extra income onto every client. Idea 3 is arguably the multiplier behind everything else on this list. Starting a niche educational YouTube channel with your face on camera. Almost every person mentioned so far who's making serious money also has an audience somewhere, and that's not a coincidence. An audience is what turns a service into a business you don't have to constantly hustle for new clients. You don't need to be an entertainer. You need to consistently teach something you already know to people who are searching for it. A former investment banker who was already earning $250,000 a year quit to start a personal finance channel and now makes over $1 million a year from YouTube alone. In a completely different example, a guy in his 50s with zero video experience started a channel about trade careers. His first video hit 800,000 views, and less than a month later, he was already making over $200 a day from ad revenue alone. Within a few months, he hit an $18,000 month, working under 4 hours a week. That's the power of this one. It compounds instead of resetting to zero every time you need a new client. Idea 4 is YouTube script writing. Because most creators are great on camera, but hate writing, researching, and structuring their videos. This is a service industry hiding in plain sight. Rates run from around $250 per script on the low end to over $2,000 for premium clients, and script writers on long-term retainer are pulling $5,000 to $15,000 a month per channel. Claude's ability to hold a huge amount of context means you can feed it a creator's style, old scripts, and an outline, and get a draft that already sounds like them. One professional scriptwriter in this space charges up to $1,000 an hour for select work, and full-time scriptwriting jobs are publicly posted at $75,000 to $90,000 a year. The way in is simple. Find 5 creators in the 100 to 500,000 subscriber range whose scripts look rushed, write them a free sample script on spec, and send it cold. Once someone says yes, you charge for the next one, then push toward retainer clients. Land 4 channels paying $2,500 a month each, and you're at $10,000 monthly, working from a laptop with 0 employees. Idea 5 is what you could call the royalty game, publishing books through Amazon's Kindle Direct publishing platform. You write it once, or more accurately, you direct Claude to help you write it once, and Amazon keeps paying you passively for as long as people buy it. The real trick that separates hobbyists from people making real money isn't writing 1 book. It's writing 10 books inside the same narrow sub-niche, so they all promote each other in Amazon's algorithm. One person in this exact space went from nothing to a self-made millionaire by the age of 26, purely from self-publishing, eventually built an entire company around teaching the method, and scaled his own publishing business past $500,000 a month before selling it. This is genuinely one of the more passive options on the list, but it rewards patience. You're not getting rich off book 1, you're building a catalog. Idea 6 is building your own AI-powered app, even if you can't code a single line. Tools like Bolt, Lovable, V0, or Claude's own coding features now let you describe what you want in plain English and get a working piece of software back. The winning move isn't trying to build the next everything app. It's finding one specific, annoying, repeated complaint in a niche you understand, and building a tiny tool that fixes just that one thing. A solo operator running about a dozen small internet tools, including one that turns bad selfies into professional headshots, publicly says he brings in over $200,000 a month, working alone. The starting process is refreshingly unglamorous. Spend a few days reading complaints on Reddit, X, and indie hackers. Pick the one that keeps coming up and build a bare-bones version of a fix over a single weekend. Charge something small like $19 a month, post it wherever that original complaint lives online, and let your first 10 paying users tell you what to build next instead of guessing. The 7th and final idea is coaching, and it works because formal education simply can't keep pace with how fast industries change now. A digital marketing curriculum at most universities is running 5 to 10 years behind what's actually working in the field today. One coaching business built around teaching real, current digital marketing skills scaled past $50,000 a month using YouTube as the funnel. And coaching niches can get almost absurdly specific. One coach who works exclusively with French fathers over 40, trying to lose belly fat and reclaim energy for their families, built that single narrow idea into an 8-figure-a-year business. Now here's the thread connecting basically all 7 of these. None of them are really about the AI. Claude is doing the heavy lifting on drafts, research, and first passes, but the actual value you're selling is judgment, specificity, and speaking directly to one type of client instead of everybody. The people making 6 and 7 figures here didn't win by having the fanciest AI workflow. They won by picking a narrow lane, whether that's dentist offices, IT resumes, or French dads, and becoming the obvious answer for that one group. So, the honest verdict. Most of these require real effort and some pre-existing skill or knowledge. This isn't passive money falling from the sky. despite what the thumbnail promises. Resume writing and script writing are the easiest entry points with almost no startup cost, and you could land a paying client within a couple of weeks if you hustle on outreach. The AI installer path and app building pay more, but demand either sales confidence or genuine problem-solving skill. YouTube channels and KDP publishing are the slowest to pay off. Expect months before real income shows up, but they're also the ones that keep paying you long after the work is done. Realistic take: pick one lane, expect weeks before your first sale, and expect months of consistent effort before it becomes real income. But every one of these has documented people who actually did it, which is more than most side hustle videos can say.